Alright, let's keep going and move on to Pittsburgh Steel Wrestling, which is a hardcore company based out of Pittsburgh. I am using their default owner, Mitch. Nice. He's got nice hair. He is an announcer, so I won't have to worry about, pushing myself or anything like that. And we'll have an announcer for life. All right, so we got emails. We immediately start with needing 2 more wrestlers, and I believe we're losing a couple too. I think Greg Black and Grandmaster Funk. So we're losing 2. Johnny Martin will be staying with us as he's going to another indie company, so he's not signing an exclusive contract. If you have any questions about the game, by the way, let's say you're watching this, you have no idea what's going on, I'll be happy to answer that. I'll do like an FAQ or something like that. That'd be fun. So we actually need 4 wrestlers in order to keep us from looking amateurish, which I did not know was a word until I started playing this game. So let's go hiring, and then I will do a roster overview, and then we will be done. So we're going to go for males. No age, nothing like that. Got to be able to work in the U.S. They're active. I like bringing in brawlers over psychopaths. I'll actually bring in hold on once. Yeah, to hire clothes. That's a lot, actually. So I know I want to bring in Dave Diamond because I like him. But beyond that, Garth Wayne has actually done well for me. He has, mid-level at everything. He'd be a mid-level guy. Pardon me. Who do I want to bring in? These guys just got let go from our company. Robbie Wright? No, he's got a job. How much does Rhino Umaga want? Because a good brawling Samoan is always good to have. 760. Alright. I'm not expecting him to be amazing like he was before, but I think a good brawling Samoan would be good to have. And then I'll also bring in the Pilgrim, who I actually have a decent idea of what I'm going to do with his character. And then I'm going to reset because I know who else I'm hiring. And that is another Samoan. And that's Akima Brave, who will be replacing Greg Black as our big league star guy. So, this roster. If it ever wants to, yeah. You have Antics, who is a rapper mogul. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, yeah, he is. He is a rapper mogul, Antics, who is basically a cheap knockoff of another company's gimmick. So not only is he a rapper mogul, which is a cheesy enough gimmick as it is, he is stealing it from someone else's. So he's perfect in a hardcore style. Ash Campbell is the son of a legend, and he I guess he's, sort of becoming chunkier and has motivation issues and all that stuff, but he usually does well for me, like in almost any company. He's a good brawler. He's basically good at everything, and he has very good performance skills, meaning his work rate's fairly good, which is something his dad's I don't think his dad's was very good. So, being a legend, a hardcore legend at that, it would be as if I don't know, the son of Taz or the son of Rob Van Dam was in a hardcore company. He's treated special, and somehow he's a face. Oh no, he's a heel. Okay, good. It's the other ones I'm thinking of. Okay, Deadbolt. He's just a guy who brawls. A hardcore guy who brawls. He's big. Mostly fat, not really big. Grandmaster Funk is a pimp, and he's leaving, so it really doesn't matter. Greg Black is a fun-loving guy most of the time. However, here he was playing the "I'm too big for this. I'm big time. You hardcore people are garbage" gimmick, and I mean his momentum was 29, so he obviously wasn't doing a very good job of it. J.D. Morgan is a very, very good technical and work rate worker, so he fills in the good working aspect of the hardcore company. He is British, and I will use that to my full advantage. Johnny Martin, also good at the basics. He's more of a brawler, though. And I mean, that doesn't mean he doesn't have the work rate going for him, but it's less so than J.D. Morgan. However, he is one of the bigger stars remaining of that hardcore age of the hardcore company, which was called Danger and Violence Extreme. It was an allegory to ECW. I think I used the right word, allegory. And Johnny Martin was one of their bigger stars, and he is the biggest star, in my opinion, of Pittsburgh Steel. Little Bill Lebowski is Spike Dudley. He's going to be booked like Spike Dudley, and that's what he is to me, Spike Dudley. Woo, Spike Dudley. Madman Boone, another, he was a hardcore guy in another company. He never worked for Dave that I know of, but he did he did hardcore crazy stuff for one of the mainstream companies, so he was their hardcore guy, and now he's in a hardcore company. He's only 36 years old, but he is beat the fuck up, so there you go. He is a face. He's the kind of guy who gives the crowd what they want to see: blood, chaos, mayhem, blah. Here's a face guy who I don't get why he's a face. He is a technical wrestler who is the son of one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He should be a heel. Silver spoon guy. Except that he's great. So I think he gets forced into being a face because of that. So he's sort of... I mean, his gimmick here is straight edge, which is a heel gimmick. I just don't get it. Expect him to turn heel soon, because I don't get why he's a face. Nelson Callum. Another one in the laundry list of generic blondes who have a lot of talent, but can't really get over. He's a heel. He teams with Ash Campbell, the second generation guy who's lazy. Usually I have him be a male model character for Pittsburgh Steel, because I think that would just go over. That would get him so much heat, and he has the ravishing gimmick already. Primal Rage, goth guy, punches, kicks, clotheslines. Not really that good. That's all you need to know. Stephen Parker. Wow, doesn't that look like Nelson Callum? He is another generic blonde guy with a lot of talent who can't really seem to get over. He has the franchise player gimmick, which means he is I'm the best. I'm going to be the next big thing in hardcore wrestling, even though I don't use hardcore wrestling, and I'm a face. Again, I don't get it, but he will probably be the one I keep as the face, and because he is sort of teaming with Matthew Keith, I'll probably end up doing a turn there, which makes Parker a beloved hero and Keith the terrible evil guy. Teddy Powell, he was... Alright, put it this way. Here's the Teddy Powell situation. You remember when Paul London and Brian Kendrick were pretty cool guys and they were hanging out together? And then they broke up and the Brian Kendrick got a push and Paul London was just kind of pushed aside. Teddy Powell is Paul London in that scenario. His partner in their cool, fast, adrenaline rush tag team got brought up to the main time, and then Teddy Powell got nothing. So he's sort of a bitter, scorned guy. But in this one, they're more pushing his, oh, look at how fast he can go. He could do so many things. He's so cool type character. So that's what I'll continue going with, because we need faces badly. Because even my faces aren't faces. The Punisher. He punishes Idaho. Idaho knows what it did. Hired gun gimmick. Big guy. Mercenary. Kills things. Except, in a wrestling ring. Kills things. The Wolverine. Another guy, just like the Punisher. Big guy, beats people up. You expect a lot of these in Pittsburgh Steel. He uses power and paint, which means that I'll probably end up tagging him with Primal Rage or something like that, because they both use power and paint. But, face paint, power and paint. But, I don't know. I don't like him as much as other people do. I've heard a lot of people say they use him. The mutton chops are awesome, but beyond that, he's just kind of a big guy who punch, kick, clothesline. End of the day. Vendetta. Fuck Vendetta. He's terrible. But they just hired him, and I think it's ridiculous to just hire someone and then kick him out. He's a future punk character that probably would fit in more in 90s comics than a wrestling ring. Face paint, mohawks, leather jackets, tattoos. Oh, it's so cool. Fuck that guy. Xavier Reckless. He was a backyard wrestler who became a real wrestler. He is a brawler. He's also an asshole backstage. He uses a Street Fighter gimmick, but I push it more of a backyard wrestler, trying to prove that backyard wrestling is just as good as legitimate wrestling, which, makes sense for him to be a face in this company. Anywhere else, it'd be a heel gimmick, but here, face. There's your Pittsburgh Steel Wrestling. I don't think they have a schedule, but I'll do their schedule off stage. I usually do them week 3. So, expect their shows to be always on Saturday of week 3. I don't think they need anything else, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.